Hi, I'm back with another vlog. Today what we're going to be doing is different from probably all of my other vlogs that I've posted, but I'm trying to add some new type of content into this channel, and what I want to show you is how I pack for Walt Disney World, because I am a notorious chronic overpacker. If it was up to me, I would have 3 checked bags, even if it was for a 3 to 4 day trip, but obviously that's not very realistic or affordable. So what I'm going to do is walk you through how my brain operates when I'm packing and preparing for a trip. This trip coming up, we're leaving in about 20 days. It's a little bit different than most of our trips. First of all, we're going for a full week. Usually when I go, I'm usually going with friends or it's for like a long weekend, but this one is Saturday to Saturday, which I'm very excited about. And we also have a couple different like parts or segments throughout this trip where we're going to be like changing, going to different places. So to give context, we get there on the 14th on Valentine's Day. We have the whole day. We're going to be park hopping and doing the most to celebrate Valentine's Day. I'm going with Colin, my husband. And then on Sunday, we actually are headed to the Daytona 500 with Bleacher Report Racing. So shout out to Bleacher Report because they really hooked it up, got us flights, got us our rental cars, are really taking care of us this weekend. We're going to be driving over to Daytona. After the race, we drive back to the Disney property, staying at Coronado Springs for those days, and then done with Daytona. But very much looking forward to it. It is the first race of the Cup Series, so if you're a NASCAR fan, and if you're not, get into it. I love it. It's so much fun. Then the next day, Monday, we are going to be at Coronado Springs for 2 days because I'm there for a conference. It's called Clinically Ever After. It's a therapist conference where I'm going to be learning new interventions that I can apply in sessions with my clients that incorporate Disney. I don't know if I'm actually going to ever need to do that because I typically work with high performers, elite athletes, but you never know. And also this is just a personal interest of mine and a really fun way to get some continuing education units that we need to maintain our licensure. So Monday, Tuesday, full days at the conference. In the nights, we're going to be going to the parks. Then Wednesday, we're leaving Coronado, checking into Animal Kingdom Lodge. We're going to be there and having a blast the rest of the week with family. My sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and their kids are coming down. So we have a family-filled, fun rest of the week, which I'm really looking forward to. So because of all the jumping around, all the different things happening, there's a lot of outfit changes, there's a lot of movement, and the weather is a little iffy. So I'm definitely overpacking for this trip. And while I'm packing now, I figured I would walk everyone through how I operate, how my brain thinks, and how I kind of stay organized through the chaos. All right, so this room in our house is one of our spare bedrooms, which I've kind of made it into my Disney room. A lot of my Disney clothes, and as well as like my sports clothes, so like all my Phillies, Eagles clothes are all in this room. So when I'm packing for trips or getting ready for game day, I just come in here and I have my little space. It's also a room where there's 2 twin beds because we have identical twin nieces who are going to be on this trip with us. And this is where they stay when they come visit. So it's kind of fun for them too, because there's all the fun Disney stuff in here. But yeah, this is kind of where I put all of my stuff in one place. So I have ADHD, and because of that, it is really important for me to be super organized. And when I'm going on trips or doing anything that I need to prepare for, I pretty much am very reliant on lists, documents, anything that can help take the ideas and having to remember anything out of my brain and concretely somewhere else. So if you're someone that struggles with that, I totally recommend doing that. I'm going to walk you a little bit through how I kind of start with packing. So before I even like come into this room, I open my laptop and I go on Canva. So in Canva, what I do is I create an outfit guide for every trip that I'm going on. For this trip, because it's Valentine's Day, I kind of put a title page, which is usually the theme of the trip. So it's a Valentine's Day trip for the theme. And then I plan my outfits and I kind of think through the week of like what I'm going to be doing each day. Obviously with Disney, you have to plan ahead if you want it to be a good trip and get your money's worth. So luckily I know exactly what we're going to be doing each day. And for the most part, I kind of understand the gist of the weather this time of year. So then I'll go through, pick out all of my outfits in Canva. It takes me a little bit of time because I really try to use a lot of the things that I already own. But over time, I've gotten really good at Google imaging the pieces that are already in my closet. And then I have a folder in Canva saved where I can just access as like my closet. So when I am planning outfits, I just go into that folder and I pick out the clothes that are already in that folder on Canva. So I go through Canva, do my outfits. And then after I have that document, I'm ready to kind of start getting organized. As I'm doing that, it takes me a bit of time because I change my mind a lot. I, sometimes realize like I don't have exactly what I want, or I don't end up liking the outfit, or whatever it might be. But as I'm kind of planning my outfits in Canva, I start to just get those clothes from wherever they're at in the house. I have another closet in the bedroom that Colin and I actually sleep in. We have other closets through the house that I also keep some clothes in. So I'll go in the closets, I get everything, and then what I do is I actually put those clothes in a pile on the bed behind me. So this is actually pretty tame because I've kind of already started packing, but over the last couple weeks, there was like piles of clothes. A lot of the clothes were stuff that I thought I was going to bring. And then once I finally got the document done, I ended up realizing they're not coming with me. So put everything back. And now everything that's out here is exactly what is coming in my suitcase. So yeah, as you can see, they're all the different outfits and things that are going to be coming with me on this trip. And here I put all of my ears that I plan on bringing and just some more clothes. As I'm planning my outfits in Canva, I then also add a little note at the bottom of each outfit slide with bullet points. So like if I'm doing any specific bag charms, if I'm wearing any specific jewelry, tights, any accessories that like I might not have the image for and might not include it into the outfit plan photos that are on the document, I will just make a note so that way everything is there that I need. And what happens is when I then create this document, I save it to my phone. I'll have it on my phone. I'll actually show you now because I do have it. So I have it on my phone. I'll download this and save it as like a PDF. But then I go through and each day I literally just scroll and I look to see what my outfit's going to be. And then I know exactly what I'm going to wear on the trip. It makes it really easy. And, when you're in Disney, you're waking up so early to begin with, and you really want to try and cut out anytime you can. So for me, it's really helpful to just know everything I need when I'm there. And when I'm also checking into the rooms, I kind of just like unpack for like the first couple outfits at a time. And then I put away after I wear them, which is just how I personally stay organized. All right. So now outfits are planned. Everything that I need for packing purposes is pulled from my closets and folded on this bed. Next thing I want to show you is the packing cubes I use. So once all that's kind of done, my next step is to start actually packing. I know it seems like a lot, but I promise you, once you get into a good routine of doing it, it's really easy and it makes packing so much easier. But once I finally start packing, I use these packing cubes. They're not super fancy. They're literally just from Amazon. They're by the brand Bagall. I will link them in the description here, but they're compression packing cubes, and I really, really like them. They're really great quality, and they have two zippers, so you can like basically put stuff in here, and then if you need more space, there's another zipper that will like expand it a little bit, but the goal is you put stuff in with it expanded, then you zip the expansion zipper to like compress it and make it, as small as possible to fit into your suitcase and take up as less room. So that's kind of my approach at first. I start by doing that when I already started packing some stuff. So this trip, I'm most likely gonna have to take a carry-on and a checked bag. Perhaps 2 checked bags. We'll see. There's a lot of sweatpants and sweatshirts and coats coming, and unfortunately they just take up a ton of room. So yeah, we're gonna really try and get everything into a carry-on, but I don't know if that's possible. Anyway, I use the Baze luggage. I have the maple set. I have the large. That's my carry-on. And on the floor right here is my medium-sized check bag. I'm kind of already expecting to have to check a bag. I just know from the last trip that we went on for New Year's, I had a lot of stuff and I ended up having to do a checked bag and a carry-on. I'm an overpacker. Like, I bring way too much shit, but I take pride in the fact that I am the person who will always have the thing that someone needs. Like, someone will need like Tide to go, I have it. Someone needs body tape, I have it. I have everything with me, but it's also super organized. So yes, it's annoying to have to overpack and bring a lot, but at the same time, it keeps me not anxious knowing that in case I need anything, I have it. So here's what we have. Okay, so right now I'm like just literally sitting on the floor in this room, which is pretty much what I do every time when I pack. I don't put my suitcase on the bed. I think that's gross. And if you do that, I'm judging you. So I keep my suitcases on the floor. And that's why I sit on the floor with my suitcases. But so far, what I do, so I will go through my Canva doc then. I'll pull that up while I'm packing. And what I usually do is I start from the first day. So because our situation this time around, we're like checking in and checking out and a lot of movement happening, I'm going to get my goal is to get like my first like 2 to 3 day outfits in here. I do have 2 outfits I'm wearing on the first day. I have 1 outfit I'm wearing to Daytona 500, and then we're coming back. We're doing dinner at Disney Springs that night, which is another outfit. Monday morning conference, and then after the conference, we're going to the parks, another outfit. So that's 6 outfits in 3 days. Unfortunately, I just like to feel prepared and on theme with wherever I'm at, so I just change my outfits, and it's fine. But I've already started doing that. So here's one bag with my first 2 outfits in. I pack that. And then I just kind of do the same. I will have a whole separate packing cube where I literally just put my pajamas in. I'll have another packing cube, like a smaller size one. They have like this size is tinier. I'll put just like my socks or like my tights in here. And then I have another one that I'll use the same size that I just put like my underwear and bras in. And that's kind of how I keep that stuff organized. And then I just put in each packing cube my outfits by day. So this suitcase is going to be like pretty much day 1 through 3. And probably some random other purses and accessories. I try and also keep in mind that like the weight matters. So I'll throw occasionally like other things in. But for the most part, I know where everything's going to be. So that's my approach there. Also, the last couple trips, I've used this Baze like weekender. It's the big weekender one. And I don't really hate it. Like, I love at the bottom that you can unzip this and put in shoes. And that's where, like, I would try and get most of my shoes in. I could probably fit, like, 4 pair in here. But I usually wear flats to the park, so they're smaller. I probably, like, maybe 3 pairs of sneakers. But the top part of this bag is tragic, truly. It's a great bag. I love that you can just, like, add it to the top of your carry-on, but it has these like hinge things and what actually prevents you from putting a lot of stuff in the top. But what I typically put in my carry-on bag, and I think for this trip I'm using my Stony Clover Disney Princess one, so I already have that packed with some pairs of my 3 pairs of shoes that I'm bringing that I need for the first 3 days. And I take these little like Baze bags and I just put my shoes in them, so I don't get like whatever's on the bottom of my shoes in my bag. Usually in my personal bag that will sit atop of my carry-on, I keep a lot of my important things. So I have my jewelry, which I don't really bring a lot of like expensive jewelry to the park because that's not the smartest idea for me, at least. But this is a Stony Clover one. It's a jewelry roll and I love it. It's literally has a spot for my earrings, my rings, necklaces, and my bracelets. And I put everything in here. It gets really nice and compact, and I just slide that in my carry-on. I also have my Kindle. I put my Kindle in this little puffer case. I got it on Amazon. I love it. I will usually put these in a checked bag, but this is just like a bag I have of like laundry related things. So I steam everything. I do not leave my room with wrinkly clothes. That is like a big thing that I cannot do. So I always have like a mini Downy wrinkle releaser that I pack. I have some body tape that I pack, a little mini lint roller. I got my Tide to Go pen, some shout wipes, some Tide, I guess like little detergent pods if like some real stains happen. Yeah, so this is kind of like just like my little laundry. And I also usually have like a refresher type spray that is like a Febreze kind of, I don't know, whatever, Lysol spray just to freshen up smells. if needed. So I have that in here. This is just like a little pouch I use from Bobble Bar. I also make sure that I have my medication, my Wellbutrin and my Adderall. Shout out to my fellow Wellbutrin girlies, you know the vibes. And here, this is like my medication type accessory stuff. So like tampons, tissues. I got Neosporin. I got a little thing of Advil, some Band-Aids, some blister Band-Aids. And then these like Mega Babe refresh wipes that I always just like throw one in my park bag when I'm going to the parks. So that's kind of like everything that goes in here is like medicine adjacent stuff. And that will go usually in a checked bag. I don't really need to have it in case my checked bag gets lost. I do put my camera in my personal bag. This is my little Stony Clover camera case, which I really like. It's super sturdy and protects my G7X really nicely. And then I also bring my tech. So usually my Osmo, which I'm filming on, I have in my hand at all times when I'm traveling. But everything else that I could potentially use goes in here. These are also a couple of the other pouches I had, like my medicine thing, all the things with this print on are all the Vera Bradley travel pouches that I adore. I get these off the Vera Bradley outlet website because they're significantly cheaper. But this is specifically one for your tech, and it has a lot of little like pockets and compartments in here. But yeah, I bring like a little cord for my AirPods Max to like use if I need a aux cable. A lot of my charging cords go in here, my backup Osmo batteries, things like that. Anything that I need tech-wise, chargers, cables, you name it, is all in here. And I put that in my personal bag as well because a lot of this stuff can get pricey and I don't want to lose it. Or if I need it while we're traveling. So that goes in my personal bag. And then pretty much anything else that I can fit in there that I might need in the first couple days will also go in my personal bag. We'll see how it goes this trip because I am taking this duffel bag instead. And I have a feeling I'm going to fit a little bit more in there than this, but we'll see. I don't typically bring my laptop. I usually keep that at home. But I think I don't know, maybe for this trip I will because of the Daytona 500. I will have to be doing content for Bleacher Report Racing, which means I might need my laptop. So that's something to think about too. Maybe I will be using this. I don't know. It's going to be a game time decision. Stay tuned for that. Okay. Oh, sorry. One last thing that I actually forgot to mention is this. I have a little like pouch. This is another Stony Clover one, the Main Street Disney World, of just things that I like need when I'm traveling. So in here I have like a little spray deodorant, a brush, a charger, hand sanitizer, a water boy, my Summer Fridays jet lag mask. I have some Tower 28 Refresh facial spray, my inhaler. I have a lip gloss, a perfume. I've been using the KLE Yum Bougie Marshmallow, some hand cream, and my Loops headphones, or not headphones, earplugs. A lot of these things are like, this is like my grab and go bag. So if I'm going to the park, I just take this out of my personal bag when I'm traveling. I put it in my park bag or a tote. I make sure this is stuff that I'm going to need usually all the time. So it just comes with me and just kind of transitions nicely. So definitely recommend having a pouch like this for yourself. It always comes in handy. All right, so when I pack my ears for the parks, I bought this ears pouch off of Amazon. This trip I'm bringing quite a few pairs of ears with me, so I probably will use 2 of these. I only have 1 of this, but one of my Vera Bradley ones is pretty much the same size, so I'm going to use that for the other remainder ears that don't fit in here. But yeah, I'll just basically take my ears and put them in here, and that's kind of how they they come along on the trip. So I keep all my ears in one place. I still have not figured out my approach to pin trading. Like, not the part of actual trading pins, but bringing the pins. So like, I have a lot of pins that I am like open to trading with. I use the Go Pin Pro. This is like, I don't know what size it is. It's not the big one. It's the size above the mini. And I ordered a new strap. I don't like the thin straps they have, so I ordered just like a new one off of Amazon for it. What I also did was I printed out all of the wave A and B charts from like Pinterest, and I just have them in there so then I can just cross off like what I have, what I don't have, what I'm looking for. And then on the front, I usually theme the front based on the trip. So there's a lot of princess action going on this trip. We're actually taking my twin nieces to get bibbidi bobbidi boutiqued princess makeovers. So I'm excited for that. We're having like a whole princess moment with them. So I did a lot of princess and Valentine's pins in the front of this one. And this one here is all my traders inside. So this is kind of how I'm approaching it. I left some space over here in case I buy any more and I get any more traders. So I have some extra room. And then this side, this one here is another one that I think I'm going to bring. This is more of like a Fantasia theme I have going on and just like general Mickey. But these are like my non-traders that like don't really need to come along, but like, I don't know. I just feel like it's nice to have them. And when you do complete a set, like you have your pins with you. It's exciting. So I don't know. These will probably come along. I don't know if I'll bring it to the parks, but we'll see. I might just like do a swap out of like the traders when I eventually wear like I'm wearing a Fantasia outfit on the trip. So we'll see. But yeah, that's how I'm bringing my pins. And I also did buy another strap for this one on Amazon. And I used the bigger size, like the XL one on the last trip. And I really actually liked having it because I just carried it like a crossbody. But it was just a little large. So I'm hopeful that these are going to be like the perfect size. Because I do also have like the little mini with the clear PVC pouches. But they often get lost in my bags. And I just hate digging for them. I'm more of like, I want to just be hands-free. So I'm hopeful this will be a good solution. I guess I'll let you know in that vlog when that vlog happens. Okay, similar to how I get all of my clothes out of my closets and kind of just compile them on the bed before I start packing, I do the same with my bag charms. I have way too many bag charms. I could show you my bag charm like basket here that I have, but I am kind of embarrassed at how large it is. But I do have a ton of bag charms, and I love using bag charms as a way to accessorize and just like pay attention to detail. I'm big on the little details when I'm planning my Disney outfits. So similarly to how I get all my clothes out of my closet, throw them on the bed, I do the same with my bag charms. I just kind of compile a bunch of them, and then I will put them all into like a big pouch. And so like right now, this is just filled to the brim of bag charms. And then once I'm done planning all my outfits in Canva, I come back to the drawing board, have all my bag charms pulled that I'm like potentially going to use, and then I pre-make my like chains. So if I have like actually I'll show you. So in my big bag, I have this with a bunch of like little rings. I have a lot of like these big O-rings that have like all my necessities for bag charming on it. And then I use those to kind of curate my charms for each outfit. And then I string them all together, and I just pack them. I'll put them back in here by day. So I'll start with the last day at the bottom and work my way to the top. So I can just pull out as I go. And that has been really helpful so far. And sometimes like you'll use obviously more than one bag charm like throughout the time. So you just take one off and flip it around and you put it with the other stuff. But yeah, I also just bought her. I'm excited for because I told you, doing a Fantasia outfit. Oh, and Hyacinth. See, I've already kind of started doing it here. I have like the Sorcerer Mickey ears and this, but it's a lot more detailed usually than that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do that this week, get my bag charms organized, and really just get down to packing. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to walk through my thought process behind everything. But I really do rely heavily on my Canva because once I make that document, it makes it so much easier. I just know exactly what I have to pack and in what order I need to pack it. So going to be working on that over the next couple of days. And then soon enough, we'll be back down in Orlando. So say hi. Okay. All right, lay down. Okay. Okay. We're going to talk about how I store my makeup and stuff on my vlog. You going to help me? Okay, cool. All right. So I also wanted to share how I bring, I guess, like my toiletries. Again, Vera Bradley makeup pouches. All their travel pouches are so great. They're honestly just like, I love the layouts of them, and I love like the pockets. I think they're very well thought out. So again, the outlet store, Vera Bradley outlets, they actually have their own website. You can also order from there, which is what I do. But this is a tiny little one. I use it for my makeup. It's kind of overflowing at the moment, but it has a really nice section at the top for all my brushes. I've eaten out. So that is my makeup. I put all of that in there. This is, I think, my like toiletry stuff. So my razor, deodorant, everything I need in the bathroom when I'm pretty much getting ready. What I love about this is it has a little like hanger, and so you can just hang it onto a bar towel rack in the bathroom. Put my toothbrush in here and toothpaste in the top one. In here is like my deodorant, my body wash, my perfume, any body cream or lotion, some Q-tips. That all goes in there. And then in the very bottom one is all my skincare stuff. So like face wash. I have to go through that because I have a lot of just random stuff in there that I can like get out and remove. But yeah, again, Vera Bradley. Love these things. And then this one is like my hair products. And it's like, this is not the best one. I did not think this through. But this is the only other like pouch that I had left. So I just use it for Ivy's gone. She decided she was not into vlogging. But yeah, this is the last one I have. So I just use it for my hair stuff. And I don't really know what the purpose of this. I guess it also fits toiletries and stuff, but has like two sides with zippers. And I just kind of put like my shampoo and conditioner on one side. And then the other side is like no, sorry, I lied. That's a lie. I put all of my like stuff on here. So like I have, and again, I will say I'm an overpacker. I'm very self-aware of this, and I don't end up using half of these items, but it's just knowing that they're with me and I have them if I need them, is what makes me happy about it. Okay. So I have like a little hairspray. I use this like root touch up by Color Wow for sometimes when I need to, pretend like my hair's not graying. This is my shampoo and conditioner. Again, Color Wow, Pop and Lock, a gloss, hair gloss, my Canva blow dry spray. I have a Moroccan oil conditioning mask. I have a leave-in conditioner. This little like comb to get some flyaways down if I need it. I have a hair oil in here, a dry shampoo, and this is a dry texture spray. Again, too much shit that I definitely do not need all of, but I bring it. And you know what? Sometimes I do end up using it all, so that's okay. And then the other side, I have my shower cap because I don't wash my hair all the time because I have extensions. So this is a Disney shower cap, which is fun. I have like my little brushes, my comb, and then I have like a little clear thing with like hair ties and bobby pins in this side, and then my comb. And that's just kind of where I keep all my hair stuff. So then when I get there, I know pretty much where all my stuff is. If I need to shower right away or need to access this stuff, I know where it is. It's all in their respective bags. Ivy's back. Maybe she's rethinking the vlogging life. But yeah, that is how I organize. And I know it probably seems really overwhelming. It is overwhelming, but once you find your system, again, a system is what matters. Having a routine when you do this every time, it gets easier every single time. So now for me, I know I just throw all my clothes on the bed before I start packing, before I'm finished planning my outfits. I then will put everything away that I'm not using once all the outfits are officially planned. Then I come in here, I start packing using that Canva doc, and I just go with the flow from there. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, that is all. I'm actually going to spend the rest of this week diving in and doing the packing, but hopefully this was helpful. I hope maybe it inspired some of you to be as type A as I am. I don't know. If not, that's totally understandable. But yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to let me know. You know where to find me. And stay tuned because we're going to be vlogging the hell out of this upcoming Disney trip. Bye.